Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 4.
Here's a look at today's top 4 at 4. A man is finally behind bars after Fargo police say they've been trying to arrest him for weeks. Scott Anderson was arrested yesterday for multiple drug charges, including intent to manufacture paraphernalia and a probation violation. The arrest was done by the Fargo Police Narcotics Unit, assisted by the Metro Street Crimes Unit and the Cass County Drug Force. And sad news out of Becker County this afternoon as authorities say a missing hunter was found dead. 58-year-old Paul Sandstrom was found around 8:30 this morning. Teams of volunteers have been searching the area around his deer blind since yesterday morning. Police say that although the case is still under investigation, foul play isn't suspected. And the Bemidji Police Department need your help finding a missing 17-year-old girl. Layla Eisman was last seen on Park Avenue Northwest around 9 p.m. yesterday. She's 5'7", 239 pounds with brown eyes and long, straight, dark brown hair. Police believe that she could be heading to the Fargo or Red Lake areas. You're asked to call the Bemidji Police Department with any information. And Apple unveiled new products at an event in California today. A new line of Macs, the MacBook Mini, the MacBook Air, and the MacBook Pro. All three are available to order today and should arrive next week. That wraps up today's Top 4 at 4. Now let's get a first look at our weather with meteorologist Nathan Hopper. Hey, Nathan.
Hey, Callie, happy Tuesday to you. It was a cold one this morning, folks. No doubt about that. Look at these minimum temperatures we saw early this morning, single digits in quite a few locations in the Devil's Lake Basin. Rolla, the big winner, you could say 3 degrees waking up there in that neck of the woods, but 7 this morning in Langdon, 8 in Devil's Lake, 12 degrees in Fargo, 11 in Grand Forks, and some more single digits to low teens up in northern Minnesota as well. So yeah, it wasn't quite a night to have the windows open here across the valley. Temperatures still currently in the 20s and 30s, 25 in Fargo at this hour, 30 in Grand Forks, a little bit warmer for our friends there in Jamestown, 36 degrees, the last temperature reading there at the top of the 4 o'clock hour. So that's what we have in the temperature department, but we're also watching a system right now making its way through the Twin Cities, through the St. Cloud area, and some of those snow showers and flurries are just grazing our southern and western neighborhoods. You see Fergus Falls towards Sisseton, seeing some of that right toward Barnesville as well, even possibly seeing a few of those flakes and flurries there on the edge of this system. But, Callie, I do expect minimal impacts from that snowfall here that we're seeing tonight, but we could see some more snow in the Northern Valley tomorrow. So we'll talk about that coming up in a couple minutes.
All right, thanks so much, Nathan. Minnesota Governor Tim Walz has announced new restrictions targeting active spreaders of COVID-19. This comes as numbers continue to grow across the state. Starting Friday, all bars and restaurants in Minnesota must end dine-in service between 10 p.m. and 4 a.m. Indoor capacity will be capped at 150 people and may not go over 50% of total capacity. Bar counter service will be closed for seating and service in all places besides places that have counter service. For those establishments, patrons can line up with masks and then return to their table. The governor said these restrictions follow research showing that these environments become riskier later in the evening. And tonight on Valley News Live at 5 and 6, we'll have more on what restrictions will mean for you. And a Fargo man is behind bars after investigators say they found hundreds of files of child pornography on his devices. 27-year-old Kyle Keister is charged with 10 counts of possession of child porn and 1 count of promoting sexual performance by a minor. Court documents say a tip from the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children led police to search his home. They found hundreds of images of child sexual abuse on one of his hard drives, including infants and toddlers. And a judge set bail over $1 million for a Fargo man accused of shooting 2 Wisconsin police officers. 23-year-old Nathaniel Benton is charged with 2 counts of attempted first-degree intentional homicide and possession of a firearm by a felon. Benton was also wanted for attempted murder by Fargo police for a downtown shooting. The 2 Wisconsin officers were shot in the town of Delafield last Friday while they were responding to a hit-and-run crash. They had serious injuries, but they're going to be okay. And it's a wish granted for one Grand Forks military family. Today, Staff Sergeant Crystal Guzman, originally from Crookston, Minnesota, got the gift of a lifetime, a 2018 Dodge Journey. It was made possible because of the Driven to Serve program put on by Freedom Alliance and U.S. Bank. The point of the program is to give available vehicles to service members in need. Staff Sergeant Guzman served 10 years in the Army National Guard before receiving an honorable discharge. She says it's important the community shows support for those who serve in our country.
I think it's incredibly important for people to remember veterans on Veterans Day and all that was sacrificed. When people sign up for the military, they're essentially signing their life, whether they make it back or not. No one ever knows who it's going to be or what's going to happen or how it's going to change you and affect you for the rest of your life.
U.S. Bank will donate 14 total vehicles to deserving veterans in 2020. And Fargo Public Library patrons will soon have to get their books to go. Starting next Monday, all library buildings will be closed to the public due to COVID-19 situations in the city. No contact curbside services will be available, so patrons will still be able to pick up books, print wirelessly, and access the internet. Library card holders can request materials online and then pick them up at a scheduled time from the table in the lobby. Patrons will be required to wear a mask inside the building. And one man is now facing charges after accidentally firing his gun. It happened in Crookston just before 3 yesterday afternoon. Police say a construction crew was working when they heard a gunshot and noticed a tire on their construction trailer was going flat. Officers later found that 21-year-old Casey's staff left the building shortly after the gunshot. Police searched his home and found the gun as well as drug paraphernalia. And a car crashed into an apartment building and wiped out power for hundreds of people in West Fargo this morning. Officials say the call for the crash at 3412 5th Street West came in around 9 this morning. Cass County Electric confirmed that over 300 people lost power due to the crash. Police say the driver claims the brakes didn't work, causing the accident. No one was seriously hurt and the power has been restored. And a deer hunting opener took a wild turn for one Minnesota man after his encounter with a wide-jawed reptile went viral. Corey Clockey was just bagged his first buck of the season and made his way toward the deer when he spotted something else, a 3-foot-long alligator. The Minnesota DNR told him he could shoot the animal since it's an invasive species, but still can't believe he encountered an animal native to the southeast in Minnesota. Corey plans to have both the deer and the alligator hung up in his collection. And the Supreme Court is hearing a case that could cause millions to lose their health insurance. We have all the details next on Valley News Live at 4.
And we do expect another cool night for us here across the valley. Temperatures falling through the 20s as we go through the rest of this evening. You can see some clouds hanging on there in the southern valley, but in Grand Forks you see some sunshine there, but do expect a few clouds to pass through the area here this evening. Temperatures falling into those low 20s by the 10 o'clock hour. Of course, we'll break down your full forecast next.